The bulk of the illegal drugs coming into this country are coming over on federal lands in our southern border. If you can look at this map from California to Texas, El Paso, Texas, everything that is colored is land owned by the federal government. Over 40% of the land along our southern border is federal land, and 4.3 million acres of that federal land is in wilderness category. This is the area in which we are having the illegal drugs and the human traffickers and potential of terrorists coming, because flat out it is easier to do that. Because as you see in this picture, this is part of the federal land we have in the south, and you can see there are vehicle barriers that are placed in this land. I want you to know those vehicle barriers are not to stop the drug cartels from coming in or the human traffickers. Those barriers are to protect against the Border Patrol from driving into endangered species area and wilderness designation. It is to stop us from doing our jobs. And once again, I'm trying to emphasize again, we're talking about the illegal drugs coming in here, the violence in human trafficking, and the potential once again, of terrorists coming to this land. To try and protect these wilderness designations against incursion by Border Patrol because of all the damage they may do. Look, this is where the irony takes place. This is the wilderness we are trying to protect by keeping Border Patrol out. The trash you see in here was not made by Americans visiting this wilderness area, was not made by the Border Patrol trying to protect the border and security. It was made by the illegal drug cartels and once again the human traffickers coming through and leaving the litter behind. If I could give you some quotes from Secretary Napolitano, letters she sent out at one time. She said, one of the issues affecting the efficacy of the Border Patrol operations within wilderness is the prohibition against mechanical conveyance. Border Patrol regularly depends upon these conveyances, and the removal of such advantage is detrimental to the ability to accomplish national security missions. While the Border Patrol recognizes the importance and value of wilderness area designations, they can have a significant impact on Border Patrol operations in border areas. The removal of cross-border violators from public lands is of value to the environment as well as the mission to land managers. In our effort to protect the land, we are destroying the very land we are trying to protect. As our own Department of Interior, which controls this land, to a lesser extent the Forest Service, because they control lesser of the land, have simply placed as their #1 policy for control of the land, realizing or protecting endangered species and wilderness categories. A couple of weeks ago, once again, a deputy was wounded on wilderness land where he was forced to leave his vehicle and walk into the wilderness area by the rules of how we handle this land, where he walked into an ambush again. by a drug cartel. There is no common sense. No rational person would ever say this should be our policy. But indeed, we have come to that particular policy. I am very disgusted with our Secretary of Interior, who talks very good about this issue, but yet has yet to change the policies, and people are getting shot and killed down there. As we simply have gaping holes in our southern border, and ironically enough in our northern border, that need to be stopped simply by saying our #1 goal in the southern border is to stop this illegal activity by securing the border. And after that, then we can move on to other issues.